we are going to pledge right now today publicly, we hereby pledge at AMC that if the shareholders approve this authorization for 500 million new shares to be issued, we will not use one of those 500 million shares in calendar year 2021.
A few moments later.
AMC Entertainment filing to sell 11.55 million shares. This according to an 8K that AMC will sell those shares, quote, from time to time.
More stock sales coming from Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, selling more than 312,000 shares yesterday, according to an SEC filing, saying that he announced back in August that he would be selling AMC stock when he turned 67, and ending with the fact that he's all in.
But wait, there's more.
AMC giving shareholders a special dividend called APE, but it's not a stock split. Christina Partsenevelos joins us now. What is it then, Christina?
Well, it's actually a special dividend, and I'll explain exactly what it is. But what we're hearing right now is that your shares will not be diluted. That's what AMC CEO Adam Aron is promising shareholders.
Will not be diluted.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice. Well, he said he's not going to fool me again, so I trust him.
It's not over yet.
We're also watching shares of AMC cratering today, down over 17%, now more than 18%, as the movie theater chain says Thursday will be the last day of trading of its preferred equity units, also known as APE shares. Now, the APE units will be converted to AMC common stock on Thursday, plus the company is planning a 1-for-10 reverse stock split.
AMC shares is selling off after announcing plans to sell up to 40 million shares. The company is saying that it plans to use the proceeds, quote, to bolster liquidity, to repay, refinance, redeem, or repurchase its existing indebtedness here and general corporate purposes.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
What you just witnessed is a crook and a liar. Much like Richard Nixon, this man cannot be trusted. Adam Aron is the current CEO of AMC, and he's currently continuing to lie to investors in order to bolster the stock just to sell it off. The way this all started is that in 2021, a lot of retail investors got sick and tired of stocks being short sold to hell, and it started with GameStop. GameStop investors decided, we like the stock, we're going to hold the stock, and we're not selling the stock. From this, a movement started to occur in retail investors saying that ape strong together, ape stand strong, an ape movement where people basically believe that if we buy the stock and hold the stock, they can't short sell it, they can't steal it from us, and the idea being that there will be a strong investor base for the company to grow and for it to pay dividends in the future. Now, GameStop, to be fair, is a company that was able to execute on this promise, at least in theory, in the sense that they didn't take people's money and immediately sell it after being bought into the stock and having faith in the stock. Another person who did the same maneuver but lied multiple times would be AMC. AMC took the same formula and said, you know what? AMC is being short sold. AMC is being attacked. AMC needs support from retail investors. Guys, if you come support AMC, we'll be able to take over the world together. And then retail investors came, and AMC CEOs and executives sold. AMC CFO literally liquidated 100% of his position after seeing the stock rally. CEO liquidated a significant portion of his shares. And it's been a theme from 2021 until today that AMC will repeatedly tell its investors, please buy the stock. Please don't sell the stock. And because this ideology is in line with GameStop investors and online investors who are also retail investors, they believe the lie. They think to themselves, hey, if we buy the stock, if we support the stock, we will not be destroyed because we are strong together. Not realizing that they're basically ponying up with Benedict Arnold, who is waiting for them to buy the shares, waiting for it to hit a certain price, then for them to liquidate it for either personal gain or for cash assets in order to make it different changes at the company. Now, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with doing this as long as you're open and honest with your investors. But because retail investors are not these big boss, big boy BlackRock investors, they're not taken seriously. Multiple times, AMC has done this over and over, so much so that they created a separate ticker called APE, in line with the whole meme of being ape strong together. They then had this ticker APE be by itself. Retail investors bought into it. thinking that they're not going to sell this because it's literally just Ape. Then what AMC did is they took Ape, merged it back into AMC, and then sold the shares. So again, AMC basically found a loophole in order to ignore the SEC and continue on with this. Now, in recent news, in September of 2023, in November of 2003, and now December of 2003, we're hitting a repeat. We're hitting 3 sales in 1 quarter where AMC is taking their shares, selling them yet again for cash, and leaving retail investors high and dry. This is something that is a failure of the Securities and Exchange Commission. It is not enough to simply say that you cannot redistribute shares. Apparently not, because AMC was able to make Ape and find a loophole around this. It is not enough to tell retail investors to be buyer beware, be careful. I believe that companies like AMC should be on a buyer beware list, that AMC should be there and it should say beware before buying this stock. The CEO has lied multiple times saying he will not sell shares, that if you buy this stock, we're in this together, only for him to basically go in your back pocket, steal your wallet, and take money from you. This is an egregious example of manipulation and lying coming from AMC. And also online, if you go to the AMC subreddit, it's almost impossible to say what I just said because everyone is coping. Everyone is basically saying Ape strong together. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the lies. I'm going to keep buying AMC. I'm going to keep doing this and everything's going to work out. At the end of the day, AMC is a company that is led by a liar, someone who is literally repeatedly doing the same thing over and over again, and there is no punishment. Retail investors are irrelevant when it comes to the eye of the law. If this was BlackRock getting ripped off, if this was Jane Street getting ripped off, oh boy, there'd be news and a lot of hullabaloo to say that AMC is defrauding investors. Meanwhile, because this is retail investors, there's not a lot of pushback or a lot of news surrounding it. This is not right. AMC and companies like it should be on a buyer beware list to let people know that they are defrauding. They have a history of defrauding their share investors, and to tread carefully, and that if you invest in AMC, you might as well take your money and throw it in the gutter because it's going to the same place.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!